Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Impossible series, my new show where I take seemingly impossible scenarios and using my awesome nerd-like abilities, try to make the impossible possible. Today's challenge, I need to figure out a way by which Oolong, the pig man from Dragon Ball, can defeat a literal angel in the series, Whis. So, let's see if this is possible. Can I find a way for Oolong to become the most powerful creature in the known universe without Whis stopping him? Alright, let's find out. So I think the best way to start this off is to explain what our little pig friend is up against here. In other words, what do we know about Whis and what is he capable of?
Alright, what the hell are you? Explain.
Well, we have this dated piece of information from Akira Toriyama to go off of, from before Dragon Ball Super even began, where he claimed Whis was about 50% stronger than Beerus. However, that isn't much to go on at all, as since the series has continued, that figure looks to be less and less the case, and Whis seems like some unstoppable monster in comparison. But, for the sake of my sanity, let's assume that he is at least significantly stronger than Beerus, at the very least. I think that's reasonable, right? And if you thought being hugely stronger than a god of destruction wasn't enough of an advantage, these are just some of the reality-bending abilities Oolong is up against. Temporal Do-Over grants Whis the ability to turn back time 3 minutes. He has used this 2 times in the series thus far. The first time in Resurrection F, allowing Goku to blue balls Vegeta, and the second time to put an oven mitt on Zamasu's hand. Whis also possesses the ability to evade attacks and go on the offensive without thinking. What's that called again? Oh yeah, Ultra Instinct. Whis is also omnilingual, meaning he casually understands and speaks every language in the known universe. He also has divination, which is the ability to see events far away in time and space. Basically Santa Claus. Masher manipulation, which grants him the ability to pass through anything he wishes. So in other words, if he wanted to, he could reach into your chest and grab your heart without making you bleed. Ooh. Teleporting entities. As shown in the series, he possesses the ability to teleport both Goku and Vegeta to people he is not immediately next to or touching, from the outskirts of Beerus' temple area to his bedroom. And last but certainly not least, assisted childbirth. I mean, it's just practical. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have Oolong with a recorded power level of 10. So the brute force approach is looking less likely. Okay, so what are Whis' shortcomings? And what is he weak to? We've seen in the past that he can be distracted. If either Beerus or the Supreme Kai are killed, Whis becomes dormant or inactive. The Super Dragon Balls are more powerful than him. The Zenos are more powerful than him.
El Grande Padre.
Which is probably 2. Oh, and he likes food. So, how are we going to do this? Well, I actually ended up doing a ton of research for this video, most of which I can't use at all, but there's my notes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oolong should steal the Dragon Balls from Bulma and wish to be more powerful than Whis. Easy, right? Only trouble is, he can't do that because the Dragon Balls are limited in some form by their creators. That's why they weren't able to kill the Saiyans with one wish when they were coming to Earth the first time. And if Oolong was to try to do that, Whis would be able to figure out what he was doing and what he was up to by looking through his staff. So, that's a no-go. Oh, how about Oolong ask Goku real nice to help him gather the Super Dragon Balls? Only problem is, the only person that can make the wish is Whis, because only certain people know the language necessary to communicate with the Super Dragon. So, as you can all see, this is going to be a real tough one. But I think I have a solution. It won't be easy though. It's going to take a lot of careful planning, quick execution, and a lot of patience, but I think I have come up with a solution for our porky friend. It's really evil and will take 2 years to put into action, but I think it's possible. Let's break it down. Step 1. Oolong has to not be shit at shapeshifting. He has to be better than Puar. He has to actually train and practice. I know he's capable of it too. He's transformed into an identical copy of Bulma in the original series of Dragon Ball. So in short, Oolong has to train his butt off to become the best shapeshifter on the planet. Step 2. Once that is done, he needs to purchase a pair of panties and some dirty magazine. I know how it sounds. I'm serious. It'll all make sense in a second. This is when the plan takes place, and this is where Oolong needs to take risks. If any of the following doesn't happen flawlessly, then our little pink friend is screwed. Oolong, after surveying Bulma's place, learns where she is keeping the Dragon Balls. If the Pilaf gang can get to it, so can a shape-shifting pig demon bent on universe-wide domination. Oolong shapeshifts into a housefly. He carefully bypasses all of Bulma's security and takes the Dragon Balls a small distance away from the house. Not too far from Capsule Corp, and that is intentional. The following needs to happen very fast and needs to be uninterrupted. In other words, we need a flawless run from here on out. That means no one interrupts his wish or discovers what he's doing. Right now, Whis is attending to Goku and Vegeta or Lord Beerus, so he is preoccupied with that. Oolong then summons the eternal dragon Shenron, or Shenlong depending on your dub. Immediately, he blurts out his 2 wishes. He wishes for the ability to learn any language in an instant, and to know the instant transmission technique. While all of this is taking place, the sky falls dark and everyone is alerted to the dragon summoning on Earth. Bulma looks outside and notices Shenron not too far away. She makes a beeline to the place Oolong is, only to find him laughing happily with some panties and a stack of lewd magazines in his possession. She hits him, and this is the most important part, moves along as normal because she sees this as something Oolong would totally do. Step 4. Wait 1 year, and for Bulma to gather the Dragon Balls again as normal, because you know she will. Alright, so here is where the evil part comes in. You see, regular Dragon Balls, along with all of their other limitations, can't bring someone back to life if they died of natural causes. This is why Guru wasn't resurrected by the Nameks. And according to Wikipedia, naturally caused deaths are defined as the end result of an illness or an internal malfunction of the body, not directly caused by external forces, typically due to old age. Okay, so now it's time for my evil plan. Oolong now steals the Dragon Balls after transforming into the Invisible Man from Fortune Teller Baba's tournament. Yeah, Oolong needs to be really good at shapeshifting here. But this is where it gets evil with a capital E. Oolong transports the Dragon Balls far away from everyone and shapeshifts from the Invisible Man to Frieza. He summons Shenron and as fast as he can makes these 2 wishes. Wish number 1. Give all of the Earth's fighters delayed onset ki disorder. For those of you out there that don't know what this is, it's an illness that affects the ki manipulation of the user. In episode 43 of Dragon Ball Super, Goku suffers from it after using the Kaioken times 10 in the tournament against Hit. He wasn't able to fly or instant transmit with any accuracy. Essentially, he wasn't able to use his powers at all. And so Oolong will wish for all of the Earth's fighters to come down with a bad case of DOKD. And finally, wish number 2. He wishes for Shenron to age Bulma to the end of her life expectancy with 1 minute left. Oolong, still looking like Frieza, shapeshifts into the Invisible Man again before instant transmissioning back to Master Roshi's house, where he walks into the toilet, reverting back to his Oolong form, and goes about his day as normal, waiting for the consequences of what he had just wished for. By the time Vegeta and Goku learn of Bulma's fate after recovering from that ki disorder, it will be too late to do anything about it, temporal do-over or not. However, a huge problem you might think arises. Whis can check the past to see what happened, right? But this is why I had Oolong shapeshift to the Invisible Man and then to Frieza when he did what he did. Vegeta, enraged and saddened, will do anything in his power to bring Bulma back to life. He suggests going to the new planet Namek to use the Namekian Dragon Balls. Oolong, wanting to be involved in this, says that she was one of his oldest friends and wants to help in whatever way he can. Together, they travel with Goku to Namek, where they will try to wish her back using the Namekian Dragon Balls, only to find out that they can't do so because she died of natural causes, giving the cast one final option: the Super Dragon Balls. Which leads us to the final step of this terrible evil plan. Step 5. Along with Whis, Beerus, Goku, Vegeta, and all those that wanted to help, Oolong accompanies the group to Zeno's world. Goku pleads his case and asks for the Zenos to help. He tells them that his oldest friend in the world has died and that the only way to bring her back would be with the Super Dragon Balls. They agree to help and make all the necessary arrangements to gather all of the Super Dragon Balls. Either Champa had been gathering them again, or they need to start from scratch. Either way, there will be an adventure involved. Fast forward some time, and all the Super Dragon Balls have been gathered. Whis begins to summon the dragon from the Super Dragon Balls while speaking the ancient language of the gods. While everyone is looking at the Super Dragon being summoned, Oolong, at the back of the group, transforms into Zeno, and instant transmissions to the front of the group standing beside Whis. This only has to cause confusion for a split second. Oolong, having heard the language being spoken by Whis, now knows that language thanks to his earlier wish with the Earth's Dragon Balls. And just like the first wish in the series in early Dragon Ball, he blurts out, still as Zeno, shouting in that ancient language, "I wish I was more powerful than Zeno." In their confusion, Oolong snaps his fingers, sort of like Thanos, turning back into Oolong and kills Whis in an instant, dead. And that's what I think it would take for Oolong to defeat Whis. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my theory, or do you have a better one? Let me know down below. don't forget to leave a like on this video. And if you guys have suggestions for other topics in this impossible series, be sure to leave them down below too. If you guys would like to support my Patreon, the link is in the description. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching.